All right, guys, let's review the week. We're on week 4 of the program. We're like halfway through, and then we'll be starting something new going forward. So Monday this week, this is our 4th week, kind of deloading a little bit. So just kind of taking a little bit of a break, let our body kind of recover from building up. So it's good to kind of do that once in a while. We're doing like a planned break here. This 5 sets of 5 is meant to be done at a lighter weight or something that you feel like every time you finish a set of 5, you can still do like 3 or 4 more reps. So keep that in mind for today. We don't want to be going heavy, especially if you've been working on the last 3 weeks. This 4th week, just kind of take it a little bit easier, but good opportunity just again to dial in technique. Brought the load down. Let's get the technique up there. Focus on that. Maybe spend an extra second or two at the bottom of that squat. After that, the workout, EMOM 10 for reps, just open-ended, 1 minute cow bike, 1 minute thrusters, and just go. The idea is to get as many reps done as possible. So the idea is like we want to be also at a pretty high intensity. So pushing on the bike, pushing on the thrusters, but a pace that like I can get back to and still maintain on that 5th round. So it's 1 minute of the cow bike and 1 minute of the thrusters and just alternating for 10 minutes, which is looking like 5 rounds. And that in that case, like watch that you're not sprinting in that first minute. You're keeping it at like that 8 out of 10 at most for the majority of it. And then even like leaving a little bit on the table for that last round of thrusters where maybe you can just hang on to it a little bit longer than you would. I'd probably do this workout where the thrusters, I might break up into 2 sets or try to just hang on to the bar. Maybe just picking it up at that kind of 10-second mark and then just doing thrusters for about 30 seconds or even 40 seconds, just at a smooth pace. You just want to be moving and cycling as many reps as you can, as long as there's good technique across the board. Track your reps. I would say just total reps is what we want to look for in this workout today. So you can write down your total reps after each round or just keep a running total. Going into Tuesday, our conditioning day, this one is a kind of interval style workout. We got 10 rounds at 80%. So kind of like yesterday, but this one is a different kind of pace. I want you guys to be kind of looking at like a little bit of a longer time frame pace that you can maintain. And there's some built-in rest in there so that you guys aren't kind of redlining. So we got 12 cal row, 9 dumbbell snatches, 6 burpees over the dumbbell, rest 30 seconds. Right after that round. So it's just like a planned break for you to just catch your breath. And the idea is to hit every round at the same time. So watch the clock, see if you can keep the same time per round. Maybe that's 2 minutes per round or 2.5 minutes per round. The idea is just to keep that pace consistent. When you guys are done, right after, you're going to go into a 5-minute row or bike at 60%. If you're done early, you can just jump on that right away. If you're not done, that's okay too as well. I'd recommend you guys finish after the workout, just spend a little bit of time on the bike, just easing down, bringing the heart rate down a little bit. But the 35-minute cap you should be able to encompass the whole workout here. So if you're not sure if you can finish this within 35 minutes, I'd probably look at decreasing the reps by 2 or 3 reps for each thing so that you can keep the stimulus of this workout and rather than just trying to like survive through the workout. So if you only get like 5 rounds done out of this, it's probably too many reps or too heavy or a combination of the two. You want to be finishing this workout. Ideally, it's like we get those 10 rounds done and we can just get on that bike with a rower at the end, just easy kind of finishing off at the end. So overall, the goal is to build endurance on this day. So the idea is to be able to be repeatable, consistent on every bout that you do of those rounds. Wednesday, we're going to get into our gymnastic strength. As you guys know, we've been working on the alternating structure of the pushing and the pulling. So this week is the push, handstand push-ups, keeping it nice and strict. 3 sets of 1 to 5 reps, all do kind of like a tough progression. And then the same thing with the push-ups. And we're doing a set every 3 minutes. So we're working on a lot of upper body strength, upper body pushing in the vertical direction and in the horizontal direction. So we're kind of covering a lot of bases here. So if your goal is to build upper body strength, really kind of just focus on this day, making sure you're moving well and just giving yourself a good challenge too at the same time. Then we're going to finish off something quick, 7 minutes, 30 double unders, 7 toes to bar, or some kind of hanging progression that's going to focus on your core. This one is meant to be done quick and fast, so pick progressions like double unders. May not be appropriate for you. If you can't do them unbroken, maybe you're going to go single unders instead. Toes to bar, same idea. I'd love to get you to pick something that you can just do 7 in a row and then just hop off the bar and get right into your double unders, not where you're doing 3, 3, and then 1, or having to do singles throughout this. I want this to be done at a pretty high intensity. Here we go. Thursday comes around. We're going to knock it down, get to gear 1, go a little bit slower today, just let the body kind of recover and still be moving. This workout today is supposed to be done at a lower intensity. We got 20-minute row at 60 to 70%, and then every 5 minutes we're going to do 10 rotating med ball slams with 20 plate jumps. When we're done that, back onto the row. Then the second half, same idea. We're going on the bike for 60 to 70%, and then every 5 minutes we're doing med ball squat cleans, and then 20 plate jumps there. So keeping it easy. I put weights in there, but I would still go lighter. There's no reason to kind of have to go RX or anything like that. It's not about that. It's more about the pace. It's more about that steady pace that we're trying to get. We're not trying to build strength here. We're not trying to score a certain number here. It's more about just like moving consistently for a long period of time. So keep that in mind. I know some of you guys like direction with the weights. But again, if I was doing this and maybe I'm like kind of a little bit slammed from the week, like I'm tired, I might just go lightweight, like an 8-pound ball or a 10-pound ball. It's not going to make or break your progress if you go lighter or not go RX. So I want you guys to be able to have that flexibility to do that in order to meet your body where it's at. Friday comes along and we're going to go into our strict press, deload, same idea as the back squat, 5 sets of 5, all at that 3 to 4 reps in reserve. So that means it's just basically keep it light. Okay, so you should still have some in the tank after each set. And the idea is like, hey, just give your body a little bit of a calming effect, let it recover, but still do the movement, and a good time to kind of like revisit technique and form before we reload back again next week. After that, the workout, 10 rounds for time, 12-minute cap, 1 wall walk, 6 push-ups, 12 sit-ups. See how far you can get through this. Work out a lot of pushing in this one, plus core. So it should be a good little challenge where now if your core is kind of fatiguing, is that going to rely more on your arms or vice versa? Everyone will kind of expose a different weakness in this workout today, which is awesome. Saturday comes along with the conditioning intervals, 5 rounds for consistency. 400-meter run. So you can get outside, 15 kettlebell swings when we come back, and then 15 pull-ups, rest 3 minutes. So with those intervals, like just like Tuesday, it's like, let's keep the same time per round. So create that awareness, write it down on your whiteboard and your logbook, whatever that is, and then try to keep that consistent across the board. The idea is to build up consistency and then slowly creep up that number by putting a little more intensity into it. But we got to be able to be repeatable. We can't just like go all out and then crash and burn after. So that's the idea of Saturday. And then to finish off the week, we got our Sunday workout with that good mobility strengthening work. We're going to work on the lower body, specifically the ankles and the toes, really making sure like we're having good mobility in those areas. Our feet have tons and thousands and thousands of sensors on them that sometimes don't get the right activations they need. And so this is a good opportunity to do that, because if you have pains and aches in the knees and the hips and the back, some of this could be stemming, or a lot of it could be stemming from the feet in the first place, because that's your first point of contact to the ground. So if your feet aren't moving as they should be, or they don't have the good mobility, it's going to affect something else up the chain. Something else is going to be compensating. So great time to really address more root cause problems with working on the lower body. And today I put in like, assess your squat. So like, see how it feels with squatting. Do some squats before and then go through those drills and see how it feels after. Really good time to kind of build some awareness of where you're at, your imbalances, and then add something new to your movement tool bag, like be able to do something different, not always doing the same thing, because we always want to be moving a little differently, creating new pathways in our brains so that we can get better and better each time. Workout, straightforward, 7 power cleans and 15 box jump overs. Nice kind of power skill workout here with a little bit of endurance mixed in, like the cardio being that box jump over. 5 rounds for time and 12-minute cap. So get nice and sweaty, get something in for that Sunday to end off the week. And then other than that, guys, hope you had an awesome week, or going into this week, hope you have an awesome week. And then we'll see you guys at the gym. Have a good one.